Let's move over to the defensive side of the ball and talk about the guys up front along that defensive line. They lost Aebe Okeyamura to the NFL, but do return Des Morgan, Damon Clowney, and Jonathan Wallace. How did that unit look in the spring, and did anyone stand out to you?
It looked really solid. I was watching them just do some O-line, D-line drills, and they brought linebacker Stone Handy up to kind of reinforce the defensive end position. He's a Russian linebacker, and so he replaces Anoma, at least in the sense of being that kind of defensive end that really gets to the quarterback. But no, I mean, Damon Clowney's going to be. I mean, he's talented. He's really really talented. Quick and agile. Can really jumble some offensive linemen's brains. But I'd like to see just the development that they've been going through, and I think they'll be able to get to the quarterback. And I know that's one thing that 49ers defensive coordinator is big on is he likes to blitz.
Moving over to the linebacking group, they lose their top two tacklers and Demetrius Knight and Nakai Hill-Green to the portal, but they return Prince Burma, Stone Handy, who you mentioned earlier, and some others. Kind of how did that linebacking group shape up in the spring?
Yeah, I mean, when you talk about Prince Bima, he was the do-it-all guy. Had an interception in the spring game. But yeah, Stone Handy, he's uber talented. Him and Bima both. I'd like both of those guys to kind of be the anchor in the linebacker room. But Ostadima, I can't even pronounce some of these names, y'all. I'm telling you. But he's the brother of left tackle for the Panthers. Excuse me. And he played for Notre Dame prior to last year. So I like how the linebacker room's shaping up, but it'll be interesting to see what kind of formations is ran to try to, I guess, exploit the qualities that they have. Because every linebacker Charlotte's got this year has unique qualities, but a lot of them are different in various ways. Some are really good in the pass game, and others are better downhill trying to get after the quarterback.
Can you tell us anything about App State transfer Donovan Spellman?
He looked solid. Didn't really jump off the page, but another key piece that Biff felt that was going to be an asset. I talked to him very briefly about him, and just he liked his game and thought he could come in and make an impact.
With the top two tacklers leaving for the portal, the leading tackler from the 2023 team is Dante Balfour, who returns in addition to the defensive backfield, also returns CJ Burton, Amehe Ale, and others. They did take a hit losing Isaiah Hazel, Wayne Jones, and DeAndre Hollins to graduations, as well as freshman Cameron Howard to Alabama. How did that unit look in the spring?
Yeah, you mentioned just the losses, but again, hit the transfer portal hard. Balfour is going to be he's going to be the guy that Biff and company leans on to really anchor that room. But they bring in Antonio Coatman, cornerback, Derek Edwards, another cornerback. Coatman Jr. He's actually 6'2", 6'3". They bring in Sammy Anderson, who I think is going to make an impact at 6'2". So yeah, they lose a lot, but the transfer portal and graduation takes away, but transfer portal also gives too. So I like how they filled in the needs there. It's a really deep room, so I'll be interested to see just who wins some of those battles. And Biff leans on to start, and they're going to be interchangeable. Like I've said already on the podcast, that Biff likes to use a lot of guys, and he'll use a lot of corners and defensive backs as well.
If you had to pick a defensive player to have a breakout type season here in 2024, who would that be?
I'm going to say it's going to be Prince Bima. I've liked everything I've seen from him in practice. He doesn't take a snap off. He everything. It's 110% go. Really, really talented. Has really good hands. Obviously, the interception in the spring game, but also has a couple interceptions just during his time at Charlotte. So I like Prince Beeman to have that kind of breakout year, and I believe what's going to be his final year at Charlotte. Could be his second to last year, but I think it's his last year.
Hail Charlotte 49ers, proud as we can be. We stand and fight for the green and white till we win the victory. Go Niners! We pledge our trust in you.